Oh, comment. Okay, lovely. I'm live, and are we able to record it? No way.
Yeah, I think that's a bit beyond there. Facebook.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Can anyone just say hi on the messages so we know that we maybe got this right? Okay. I'll have a Facebook Live with you, Sarah. Just me and you. Two people on, me and you? Okay. That's live. So, hi, Sarah. So this was a Facebook fail.
No, I think it's working. Oh, three people.
Three people. So it's working. So, but comment moderation. Does that mean?
No, that's good.
Look, hello. You look so happy. There's a person, Leah. That's so kind of you. I thought I was just talking to my daughter, and I felt bad for her. Okay, yay. Okay, Leah, you're my person right now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see if Leah. Oh, yep, no problem. Stay on page. Stay on page. Sorry, I was just seeing if Leah could hear me. See me. Leah, can you hear me? Don't touch the screen. I would never do that. Okay, we've got 7 people. Yay. Okay, can anyone just comment so I can know that you can hear me? Okay, maybe no one can hear us. Okay. Let me just see, maybe Leah stepped away for a second. Let me just ask her. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? I see and hear you. Thank you, Nahamadina. Yes, loud and clear. Okay, yay. So, hi everyone. So happy that you're here, and I'm so happy that I'm here. About 3 seconds ago, we thought this wasn't going to happen. First Facebook Live. Why make a fool of yourself in private when you can make a fool of yourself in public and have it recorded? Multiple countries. So hi Leah, hi Nahamadina. Who else is here? Put your say hi in the comments so I can say hi to you. And well done for making it. Yeah, you. So we have about half an hour, and my goal in this half hour is to go through some ways to be nice and organized during this time. And this is not a lecture. I would love anyone to make comments, add questions, add successes. This is a chat. We're pooling our resources. So I have a little handout that I actually don't know how to upload. Let's see, guys. I'm totally experimenting on you guys as much as I'm experimenting on myself over here. But sometimes the only way to turn these things is to just do them. So don't worry, I'll post the handout afterwards. I don't know why I didn't post it before.
Post it now, maybe.
I can post it now, maybe. Such a smart teenager. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna post it now. I don't know it on mobile. Lesson number 1. I don't have Facebook on my mobile. I can't give you my password. Okay.
So we already have the email?
Maybe. Okay, guys, this is super fun. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna go back to my page and I'm gonna upload. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah got it. Never
posting from this account?
give a Facebook Live without, no, the other one. Never give a Facebook Live without your teenager with you. And in fact, for today, probably never give a Facebook unfocused, but I think I just got no, I don't. Here, Sarah, here's
Here you go.
Sarah got it?
This is good?
This is amazing. Okay, Sarah's gonna save the day, as she does every day. So while I'm babbling on, why don't you guys say hi? Claire, you're in from England. That's crazy. Yay! Why are you up so late? Hi, Mushka. Yes, you love Sarah for sure. Hi, Srifka, best organizer in Crown Heights. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. Oh, good. Michal can hear me. Hi, Michal. This is so much fun. Oh, 1 second. Stay on the page. Okay. So, Sarah, did you post? You can see like this sweat. My first hot flush, self-induced. Sarah is uploading the document. I just have 20. No, I have 10.
Yeah.
This one, yes. Thank you, Sarah. I have 10 points that I want to discuss with you. Here, Sarah, I can do it here. Should I do it here?
Yeah, go ahead.
But can you help me? Look, you see this? Guys, go over to the page for a second. I'm going to be posting the handout right here on my page. Yeah, put it here. One down.
Yeah.
Guys, Sarah's got this. No one has to. Yeah. Oh, no. No, it's neither. It's neither.
Here, let's do like this.
Guys, I'm teaching you how to make a fool of yourself. I hope that you're all taking some really good lessons. Okay, Sarah's gonna do it a different way. I'm just gonna start talking and Sarah's gonna take care of it. Okay. Woo! So we are going through crazy times, not just now, but in general. And the real question that I'm trying to address today.
Okay, it's posted.
It's posted. Sarah posted.
So.
We love Sarah. Can someone check over on the Rivka Caroline site, the So Be Organized site, and see if you see a photo of an upload of a download? Can anyone let me know? Because if I go and check, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to cut myself off. So if anyone could go over and check and get back to me, that would be amazing. So how do we be organized during this time? How do we laugh at ourselves? How do we be nice? How do we do it? Okay. So there's lots of things that you're hearing. There's lots of things you're learning. We're in this a few weeks already. And I know for myself, I've learned some things that don't matter. I've learned the things that do matter. And I know as a mom, the most important thing is to try and be kind to the kids. And in order to do that, very often it's about getting ahead of the curve. But the curve keeps on changing and it's real. So I've got 5 tips. Nothing's going to be rocket science. Nothing's going to be brand new. These are things you would have thought of. Hi, Felissa. Nice to see you. Kind of see you. So the 5 things I'm going to discuss first is about running the home. What are the most important things for me in running a home so that I can get ahead of the curve? Oh, Sarah, can you bring my props? On the left. Guys, everyone needs a Sarah. I hope everyone has a teenage girl who's really good at high in tech and low in attitude. So the first thing I want to say, especially for children with mummies with little children and or medium-sized children and or large children, so basically all children, is you need to get ahead. Hi, Liba. You need to get ahead of the curve, okay? So what I did at the beginning of the Facebook Live is called not getting ahead of the curve, okay? So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to get ahead of the curve by planning. 1 second, I have something that just popped up. Okay, is by planning your day the night before. Now, it's not like the olden days, pre-corona. God willing, it will all return. It's not the olden days where you had 50 things that had to get done and you were overwhelmed. It's really, really much more simple now. It's take care of yourself, take care of your family, feed yourself, feed your family, do some laundry, attend to your business, reach out to people, stay safe, stay home, rinse, repeat, okay? So it's not rocket science. However, it takes a lot of focus and it takes a lot of emotional energy to stay stable in unstable times. Tell the kids they can come down, please, may you. You can text me. Okay, you can text Sarah for the document. I'm gonna put, if you're the type of person that likes to take notes, and I do apologize that I didn't upload the document before. I'm not funny about sharing documents. I just actually forgot. So here's Sarah's number. And if you WhatsApp her, she's going to send you the document so that you can print it out and write notes. Oh my goodness, Juliet, you're up from England. Oh, you're such a lovely friend. Wait, England? This is crazy. It's 1:15. You and Claire. What a treat. What now? I'm going to speak better and sit up straight because Juliet's on the call. So, like I was saying, it's simple in definition, a little bit hard in execution. So the first rule, send them the actual PDF, not the photo, thank you. The first rule is to write down what you're going to get done the next day, the night before. It sounds very silly, but I say it all the time. The morning starts the night before. How are you meant to get ahead of the curve if you can't identify the curve? Okay, so the first thing is the morning starts the night before. You're not going anywhere. What are you serving for lunch? What's the goal? What's 2 or 3 goals for the next day? Personal goals, business goals, something fun. Write it down. Write it down. Okay? It's before I loved mums getting dinner like meal plans and getting dinners planned the night before and lunches planned the night before. Now it's essential, not because I want you to become gourmet chefs. It's because basically we're air stewardesses now. Think of your life. You're just like walking down your life, handing out peanuts, handing out meals. Oh, here's a sick bag. That's what we are. There's no time really to, unless you love doing it, to do gourmet on anything whatsoever. It's just about having the supplies. Think of your cart. Think of that airline cart. Breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner. I don't mind. Do a 3-day meal plan. Repeat it all over. Do a 2-day. Do a 1-day. If you've got little children, it's mac and cheese, makes life easier. Just have things ready. Make things easier for you. For me, I find the children eat all day. All day. And that's wonderful and that's fine. But my job as the adult, remember, we're the adults, they're the children, is to make things streamlined. And, it's not about gourmet. It's about being planned the night before. If you're able to, and you want to make a weekly meal plan, yay you. But that's extra credit. We're doing, life right now. If you're living life right now on the back of a tissue box or living on a Post-it note, that's what's holding your sanity together, yay you. Okay, so just plan it the night before. If you're worried you're going to forget, set your alarm for 8 o'clock every night. And while the kids are all arguing or you're chasing somebody into the bath, you can just write down the key things for the next day. Just make sure, do you have to defrost anything? Do you have to marinate everything? Whatever it is, order something, get yourself together because it's you. Because you are worthy of time on the couch every afternoon with your favorite book and falling asleep for 12 minutes while the kids don't notice. I want you to be able to do that. In order to do that, you have to embrace your inner air stewardess. Okay, you need all those supplies. I don't even mind if you wear one of those Home Depot belts with just like stuff stuck in. It doesn't matter. Just get the job done. Make things easier for yourself. I don't want you waking up in the morning wondering what you're going to serve the children. Totally not worth it. Now, guys, you can absolutely comment as I'm going along. I see the comments. I can weave things in. I want you all to gain something really practical from this. Then the next point I want to go to, and remember, there's no rocket science here. I want you to write things down, okay? Our brains are going through a lot. Every one of us knows so many people that have passed away, so many people that are not well. We carry it. There's just no doubt about it. I'm sure there's going to be some really good empirical data on what the brain can hold, how the brain functions best. I want you at your best, which means I want you to write everything down. Okay, if you don't have a planner pad, no worries. Take a piece of paper, put a line, do quadrants, do 4 main quadrants. Define it how you want. You might want to do home, food, your business, your family, however you want to do it. Try and do 4 main sections, only because right now I feel like we're all at risk for overwhelm. And when we get overwhelmed, we shut down. And I feel like it's the opposite right now. If we can keep going, that's the goal. Even if it means keep going for less time and have early nights and have naps, I want you to keep going. So divide a piece of paper into 4, write things down. If you've got a clipboard in your house, wonderful. Clip it onto the clipboard, write things down. As you get things done, cross them off. This is the same thing I've been asking everyone to do from before Corona, but now I feel it's so much easier to forget stuff. We've got a lot going on, like I said, and the children are asking us stuff the whole time. If we don't have children in the house, we're having a lot of people, people are calling us, family members. There's a lot of distraction. It's a distracted time within we live in a distracted era, and we're going through a distracted period. Okay, so I've asked you to start your day the night before. I've asked you to write things down. Now, for you as a mommy or as a woman in the home, I don't want you just to be in air stewardess mode. Even when you travel, maybe you'll travel soon. When I would travel to England, I would, the air stewardesses were my friends because I had so many kids on the flight. They pretty much thought I worked with them. And I would see they would all take a break. Everyone got a break, an hour and a half. We get breaks too. And yes, I want you to have time on the couch reading your favorite book. That's necessary. But I also would love if by any chance you would be able to do something for yourself for about 45 minutes. And that's because then you can enter the zone of flow. And flow is when the world just disappears and you're in your zone. Okay, so for me right now, it's my garden. I've never really spent time in my garden before. And I'm cutting and I'm pruning and I'm weeding. And I'm probably accomplishing what a gardener would do in like 3 hours. I'm doing over weeks and weeks. But it's so fun because, I don't know, I feel like, like with a washing machine, once in a while you're meant to do that washing, that free cycle that kind of cleanses everything. I find that when I'm in that state of flow, I'm just doing a free cycle. I'm not planning, I'm not plotting, I'm not thinking, I'm not ruminating. I'm just in the zone. And there's a lot of research over why that's so good. So what's amazing for you? Some of us might love gardening, some might hate, some might love painting, some might hate. We live in the world of Amazon, and I know we're all watching our budgets, but I would say a small investment on something, if you're a painter but you're out of paint, you didn't paint in 20 years, brushes, paint, canvases for Amazon, that's your mental health. You're going to see that when you do that, you will be able to respond at what comes at you rather than react. Okay, we want low reactivity where possible. You're going to make mistakes. Why? Because you're human. You're a human being going through a hard time. Now, if you can reduce your mistakes, that's where the victory is. So what is flow for you? Flow might be WhatsApping a friend from Australia for half an hour and just enjoying it, not rush. What is it? What is that you can be uninterrupted? You may say, what am I doing with my kids? If it's your baby, that's when they're napping. Give your kids a video. Yes, there's school and there's also sanity. Every parent has to work out what that balance looks like. Like literally last week, I said to my kids, I don't care about your school. Make sure your chores get done. I've never said that in all my years of parenting, So find your balance. You're definitely going to be off sometimes. Right now, emotionally, we are like, I say it's like wearing one flip-flop and one high heel. We're off right now. We are completely off. But don't expect too much of yourself, but do implement these things for you. Remember that line that I love, it takes more effort to be disorganized. It takes more stress to be frazzled. I want you to be focused. Why? Because I want you to be non-reactive and I want you to have more time for you. If you're not getting on that couch every afternoon with a book, then I want you to re-examine where your time is going, okay? I also want us not to think so much. I have a generic no-think list for the morning. I like to wake up early before the kids. If I can, I get in some exercise. If I can, I get in some gardening. But most of all, I'll get the machines going. I'll get a soup maker on. I'll get a rice cooker on. I'll preset lunch in the oven or dinner in the oven. I'll get the washing machine on. It's all about half an hour. But then I feel like the day's flowing. Things are moving. There's no stagnation. But I don't like to think in the morning. So one morning, I just made a list of the things I was doing. And then I made it into a Google Keep document that pops up early in the morning every day so I don't have to think. Some people here love tech. Some people don't. Do it on a piece of paper. Just try and create areas, especially at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, where you want to get things done, but you don't want to think anymore. I found it bliss to just follow a list rather than think, unless you're the type of person that loves just free flowing in the kitchen. You get everything done. The last thing you like is a list. Wonderful. Forget what I'm saying. Please don't have a list. Then the last thing I'm saying on running the home, the 5 points, is make time for your friends. I know we can't see our friends right now, and it's really painful, but we've got FaceTime. It's a wonderful thing. I've had such fun FaceTiming with friends. Please, please, please reach out to your friends. Laugh with them, giggle with them. Just be there. Be there. It's so refreshing. It's so invigorating. It's like getting a hug. So please, please, please do that. Now I'm actually gonna, before I go over to the other side, the 5 points about the kids, somebody had asked me a question of what I would recommend if I was gonna buy one thing in terms of organizing. So, and we've got a good point over here. We've got people saying here, Chaya loves paper. I know, Chaya, some people get embarrassed, like, I love paper and I'm not a tech person. Am I bad? No, 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 that's how you process. Paper will be around forever. We love paper. It gets it out of our minds. We can cross things off. It's highly visual. You love your paper. Nachamadina is not a morning person. Tomorrow morning, you're going to be a morning person because someone I know is bringing you cake. You are going to be a very early morning person tomorrow. Okay, so now I'm going to, so the question was, what would I buy? Now, I would tell you, you don't have to buy anything right now because I know most of us are really watching our budgets, okay? So there's no need to buy anything. Look where your stress is. For example, I bought a Dyson vacuum cleaner. I really have never bought myself a really good vacuum cleaner, and I was so done with all the small ones I was buying. I felt like I wasn't buying well. I did research, I bought it by the Thanksgiving sale, and it's helped me during quarantine because it's a fun stick vacuum, and my children will take that chore happily. So I don't have to worry about vacuuming because it's fun, and they can do the car, not that anyone's going anywhere, but it's another activity, and it works. So if you were in a market for a vacuum cleaner anyway, and it would make things easier with the kids and chores anyway, and it's something that if it checks about 8 different boxes, then go ahead. I've also found a soup maker to be very useful. I had one already. I'm just answering what one thing I would buy if I was able to buy one thing. Somebody gifted me with money to buy one thing. A soup maker. There's a machine. It's a soup maker. It's big in England. It's like a kettle, but you put the vegetables and water in, and it blends it all up. And 20 minutes later, you have a soup that you don't have to watch on the stove. I'm done watching soups on stoves, thick soups. That's gone. That doesn't happen anymore. So that would be something. That way you have a nourishing snack at all times for yourself and others. Another thing I would recommend, I'm going to show you something interesting. If you're in America, the Container Store has a bunch of boxes. Now, my friend Juliet, who's on this call, is very wise, and you can organize with shoe boxes too. But like I said, if you are spending money, it's really important that I don't give over the message that you can spending money is the right way to go. No, I don't want you spending insanity, and I don't want you stressed. But I'm speaking to a range of people, so I want to have this apply to them. Container Store has something called Our Boxes, OUR, in about 6 different sizes, and they do free shipping for I think about $50, maybe $75. So if that was your area where you needed to organize more places and you had that money allocated, that would be a recommendation also. Here's another recommendation. This was before Pesach. I wanted to reach out to some friends, and I wanted to reach out to my parents in England, and I wanted to just reach out. I love people, and I wanted to reach out to some of my loved ones. So I bought some postcards on Amazon. I bought a pack of 100. God forbid I buy things in 10s. No, but I really wanted to be able to write postcards whenever I wanted. And I went onto USPS and I got stamps. And I sent out a whole bunch of postcards to my friends and my family, and I loved it. It was my way of connecting with people. So that's something else that if you wanted to buy one thing, spreading kindness, spreading niceness, especially for the children, it's a lovely thing for them to learn during a hard time what they can do. The other thing I would do, I would recommend if you had the funds to buy something, is sock locks. Sock locks I bought these on eBay. And that's how I put the socks together when I do laundry. And so if the socks are driving you crazy at home, this can be something that you can look up and get. I just wanted to answer that person's question. Now, I have 2 minutes to end, and that's not going to happen. So we're going to go for 12 more minutes. So you're welcome to write any questions in the comments. I'm going to go on to keeping children organized. Okay. So number one, they need a new schedule. Okay. Before, the skeleton, their emotional skeletons, as it were, had a predictability. Even if they were rolling their eyes, they knew what time breakfast was. They knew when they were going in the car or the bus or walking to school. They knew all of that. So, and they knew certain things. And even if they didn't love it, it gave them the security of a schedule. We all love a schedule. So now's a new schedule. For many people who have schools that are online, they've given a schedule, print it out. Put one on the children's door or in somewhere visible, a landing spot, so that the children can see their schedule. Have the children play after their online school. Have dinner together. Wrap up the day. If you're in an area that's safe and you're able to go for a walk with your bandanas and masks on, go for a walk. My cousin Harley Rothbart has a gorgeous thing called a pajama walk, where he takes it when his kids were younger, he would take them around the block and ask about their day. Okay, so all these things are lovely. Don't take on 12, take on one. What new thing could you do? Maybe it's making smoothies on a Wednesday for the kids. Who knows what it is, but give them a little bit of predictability. Maybe you'll bake a cake once in a while, so and freeze some of it, so they know they get cake when they have a recess for school. Just what type of things can you do to give them a new schedule? Playing games. They might want to FaceTime with friends after school to help them release some energy. You might FaceTime with your parents, with cousins. What types of things can you do to give them a little bit of more predictability? Also, I would really say that please keep the children's bedtimes, even though it's a pain, and obviously don't stress yourself out too much, but giving the children the predictability of, okay, 7:30 or 8 o'clock, time for your shower. If you're able to read to them, sometimes after a hard day of battling, it's really difficult to read. That's often when they need it most. But what can you do to give them that sense of structure? Remember, a sense of structure is a sense of safety. So again, don't take on 12 things. Take on one thing. Is it going to be the smoothies or the cake or the walk or playing ball outside, even on a balcony? What's it going to be to create that sense of safety? Now, chores. I have the children do chores. Now they're starting school full-time tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I used to give them an hour a day when they were home all day. Now, home all day without schedule. Now I think I'll reduce it to 15 minutes. And I'll probably do something like, one of my girls loves laundry. One loves cleaning floors. I'll probably ask them what they want to do for that week. I'm not doing any intricate chore systems. It's not the time. I'm an air stewardess. It's binary. Most of my things will be binary. Do you want to do laundry or do you want to clean the floors? And if 2 children want it, great. There'll be a morning shift and afternoon shift. It's more about the understanding that we're all in this together. It's nothing. I'm not maximizing anything. The only thing I'm trying to maximize is my patience. So chores, make it really, really simple. And I would recommend you do it if you can with love. If it's going to make you very reactive, don't do it. I've never parented when I'm reactive, I don't think, because then you're not parenting anymore. If it's taxing to do chores in the evening, is it a possibility to do chores before their school day begins? Who knows? All of our schedules are so different. For children, I love the idea I spoke earlier of closing the day. When their computers are done with school, close it up, have them get their desk ready for the next day. Are there any supplies you need? Anything? Oh yeah, my pencil broke. Lovely. Here's 3, get them ready for tomorrow. And then their day can be closed. Leave your school things. Let's go and, 8 different things. I just saw Nachamadina said something so nice, that her father set up a Zoom meeting with the kids every day at 3 o'clock to tell them a story. That's beautiful. That is so, so, so lovely. I don't know if we're all so lucky to have that, but something like that. Do the children, what can be done? Do they want to play chess? Well, who knows? But what type of things can you do to close up the day so that there's a feeling of a beginning and a middle and an end? They've gone to school, as it were. It's closed up. They've got the things ready for tomorrow they need. Their desk is ready. Now, what do you want to do? Try and give the choices into two. Would you like to take a shower, or do you want to go for a walk around the block together? Give that feeling of closure. You want to try and minimize the screen time if possible, or maybe give them half an hour, let's say right after school, like you've had a really good day, just chill, and then we'll do our chores and go for a walk. Whatever it is, that's that feeling of closure. It's so, so important. Oh, can you please turn the time off? That's your cake, Medina. I want you to also help your children become fluent in gratitude. Children are sweet and children are grateful, and children are doing something that we never went through. They are going through a massive plague in their childhoods. Now, the good news is that these skills, the researchers tell us, builds resilience for future living. Skill-wise, it's wonderful. Our job is to help them see that not everything is gloom and doom, and to help them be grateful for the small things too. So what I do with the kids, if I'm able to go for a walk with them or talk to them or just hang out or clean up together, I ask them to do the 3-to-1 ratio. And this is from Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, who's big in this positive psychology world that I love. And the 3-to-1 ratio is very robust. 3 things that went well that day. Or what 3 things went well that day? Oh, my internet connection worked beautifully. My science class was so fun. I never knew all that about genetics. And I loved the cake that you pulled out of the freezer. Okay, 3 things that were nice. 1 thing that was not so nice. Oh, I heard my friend's grandfather passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. That's really hard. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. So what you're doing is you're presenting the reality within context. And the context is so important because how we speak to the children is how they speak to themselves. So we're not belittling the sadness of the times, but we're putting it in context. And that's what I talk about when I say becoming gratitude fluent. And the very, very last thing I would say, and then we'll open up the floor for any last questions, is have the children write and color if you can. I would say absolutely buy new markers on Amazon or wherever if you're low on them. Let children color their feelings, color in some pictures, even if they can't express themselves, any frustration, sadness. I waited all this time to have that teacher, and now I won't be able to hug her because we're only over the computer, and all these valid things. Coloring is a lovely, lovely outlet. It's also nice for them to color things, pictures for loved ones, but just coloring for the sake of coloring is really, really good also. So those are my 10 points. The handout that I did is up on my page, my Rivka Caroline page. I'm sorry for not doing it earlier. Like I said, it's my first FaceTime Live, and I knew I was going to make mistakes. Why make mistakes privately when you can make mistakes on an international level? So now in our last 4 minutes, I would love to open to the crowd and ask, what questions might you have about making things smoother for you in terms of managing your time at home and being nice to our loved ones in the house during a hard time? Do we have any questions that I can answer? And don't worry if you don't have questions. I've thrown quite a lot of information at you. I just would like to know if I can be of more help. And if we're not getting any comments, what I will do is wrap this up. I'm just looking to see if I early. No, I don't. So, okay. So unless I'm going to get a comment soon. If this was Zoom, I could see everyone's faces, but my telepathy is not as good. So what I'll do now is I'll say thank you. Thank you to the ones that logged on early to see me all flustered. That was fun. I'm so not about doing things perfectly. Thank you to our 2 friends from England. Oh my goodness, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for that. Thank you for everybody else. We had 30 participants. That's really, really lovely for our first live. So please give me feedback. Tell me what you were doing already that you love doing. Tell me something new that you want to take on. I'm here to support you. We're all in this together. Stay in touch. Facebook, Instagram, everything. I think I'm going to try and do a YouTube next week. So I can make a fool of myself on multiple platforms. No, I'm just going to see what works best. So if anybody has any comments, feedback, anything, please let me know. It means a lot to me. And I'm going to say goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye.